Hey, y'all, wait, let me see. I'm like, is that me or something on my computer? Something was on my computer. But listen, y'all, it's Tuesday. Tuesday night is trending topics. We got stuff to talk about. I'm glad to see y'all in the building. Y'all know what to do if you in the building. Don't cheat the diva. Hit the like button because that's your ticket on this train ride. If you're not a subscriber, you watching in the bushes. Come on now. Don't cheat the diva. Go ahead and subscribe if you're coming through here every night for trending topics. I appreciate y'all. My goal was to hit 50K this month. I'm far off, but you know what? You never know what can happen. Miracles happen every day. So subscribe so I can hit my July goal of having 50K subscribers for the month of July. And we're almost out of July. But anyway, let's talk about tonight. It's trending topics. The title is simple. It's called The Foolery. The foolery. The straight foolery of it all. And let me just tell you that there's another McDonald's story. We did a McDonald's story the other day where the young lady, she felt the only way to resolve her differences, her conflicts, was with violence. I use my words all the time. And sometimes I don't use my words. I just say nothing. Sometimes silence speaks volumes. I don't really do conflict, and I'm into forgiveness. I really am. It ain't that deep for me. Nothing could ever be that deep. Unless you did something to my mama, my family member, I'm into forgiveness. I could get over it. I could let it go. I could move forward, and I could move on. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not about to sit and argue with nobody about nothing crazy, nothing stupid. When you get these jobs, all jobs, they can't put every single thing that you're required to do in the job description. The job description will literally be a book. So sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So this young lady working at McDonald's, they must have this, it must be in their handbook. If your employee doesn't agree with what you say, send them home. That must be in their handbook. This is the second time I'm hearing that the manager did not like what the employee said, and the answer was go home. So this manager told the employee to take the garbage out. The employee, I guess, felt that was beneath them. Didn't want to do it, so the manager said go home. So the employee called their mama. Hey, Mom. The manager just told me to take out the garbage. Now, you know I ain't going to be here taking out no garbage. Somebody else need to do that. She should have asked the guy to do it, whatever. Well, I'm not taking out the garbage. The mother said, and she sent me home because I didn't want to take out the garbage. Oh, she cut your hours? The mother said, hold on, I'll be right there. The mother comes with another minor. So you doing wrong. And you going to bring your other kid to do more wrong. Like, this just don't make sense. Get to the McDonald's, goes back in the office, start to talk with the manager. Next thing you know, pow-pows are going off and people getting arrested. The only thing that's better with this particular outcome is everybody is still alive. It's a hot, stinking mess, though. The foolery. And we're going to talk about it. Then we got in Philadelphia, PA, just people are cruel, evil. So this young man and his friends are filming it. The homeless people laying there minding their business, ain't bothering nobody. He's throwing stuff at them, laughing, telling them get a job, throwing bags in their face, throwing stuff on them, kicking them. When did everybody get so angry? Well, he got arrested. Because everybody think they're going to do something so to go viral on the Instagram, the TikTok, or whatever. So people are losing their natural mind to do what they think is a viral video. Well, how funny is it now that you locked up? And wouldn't it be down outright evil if every inmate in that jail started just kicking you and throwing stuff at you for no reason? Cruel, evil. But we're going to talk about it. Then let's talk about when you go out to eat with other people, etiquette. I done told y'all right here and right now, because it's not like every day I'm finding myself in a restaurant eating with a group of people. When I go out, I have saved up my coins and I'm prepared. I'm prepared to pay for my train ride, bus ride, car ride, and I'm prepared to pay my part of the meal. And I ain't going to get crazy. Oh, you had 3 salads, I had 1, I only had water, and you had soda. I ain't going to do all that. So this woman posted, why should I be expected to pay half a bill when I got there, they already ordered the appetizer and then wanted me to eat the appetizer they ordered instead of ordering my own? So maybe somebody out there got to write etiquette on when you are out dining with others. What's the protocol? How do you handle this bill? Do you respectfully tell new people that you're about to eat with that this is how you get down when you go out to eat? Don't be pulling out no calculator and asking for them to bring you the menu back so you can see your one dish was $23 and this was $10 and on you gonna pay $32. You ain't giving no tax. You're not giving no gratuity. The foolery. But we're gonna have a discussion here. We got to talk about it because that's what we do over here for Trending Topics. So listen, people. Y'all know what time it is. And if you ain't never been up on the Diva panel, there is room on the train. Click the link. We're cool. Y'all see how we get down over here? But one thing you do, if you want to click that link, stand your ground. Catch the train. Don't catch feelings. I ain't say that in a long time, but I got to start saying that some more. Catch the train. Don't catch feelings. And y'all know how the Diva get down where I can't be moved sometimes. When I feel a certain way, I can't be moved. Unless you give me a whole lot of good reason for me to shift my energy. So if you come up here, stand your ground. But anyway, people, what I need in that chat, I need a what? I need a choo-choo. Hold aboard, everybody. It is Tuesday night Trending Topics, and we got stuff to talk about. The title is called The Foolery, okay? We got the McDonald's Mayhem, Philly Cruelty, and we got the dinner bill drama. Let me bring the people on the building. Hey, Felicia. Hey, Julius.
Hey, y'all. Hit the like button.
Hit the like button. Hey, Savannah.
Hey, Diva. Hey, panel.
All right, so let's do this. We're going to get right into this, people. Let's start out with this. I guess we'll do this McDonald's Mayhem. I'll do that story first. Hold on 1 second. Let me share screen so we can get right into it. Okay.
And we are now following breaking news at a McDonald's in Belleville. Police confirm a shooting at the McDonald's. Our Russell Kinsall is there now. Russell.
Right, I'm at the McDonald's on South Belt East and South Illinois Street. And let me step out of the way. You can see the investigation is still ongoing. Police say that shortly before 5, they got a call of a disturbance inside the McDonald's. And then before they even arrived here, they got a call that there had been a shooting inside. When they arrived, they found 2 women with gunshot wounds, one with non-life-threatening wounds who was taken to a local hospital. The other, they were not sure of her severity. She was taken to a hospital in St. Louis. The 2 injured women are not customers, police say, and they are not employees. They did take 1 female employee into custody. At this point, police are saying that there was an altercation inside the McDonald's, and then that led to the shooting. They are saying, again, that the 2 women that are victims were not customers, they're not employees, and that they and the woman who was the employee taken into custody, they all 3 knew each other in advance. So that's the information that police are releasing at this point. It's very early in the investigation, but an altercation inside this McDonald's led to a shooting. 2 women have been taken to the hospital. Their conditions not known at this time. 1 severe enough, she was taken to a St. Louis hospital. Live in Belleville, Russell Kinsall, First Alert 4.
All right, Russell, thank you. Still a lot to unpack there.
All right, so let me share screen again. A teen sent home for refusing to take out trash at McDonald's complained to mom. Then her manager shot mom, the cops say. The manager and the mother of the teenager are now both facing criminal charges. Katy Bledsoe, 44, instructed one of her employees at an Illinois McDonald's to clock out and go home when she refused to take out the trash, according to the police release. The girl then called her mother, who arrived at the fast food establishment and allegedly attacked Bledsoe in her office, per the police. Bledsoe allegedly pulled out a pow-pow and shot the woman in the leg, the release alleged. A McDonald's manager from Illinois is facing a weapons charge after allegedly pow-powing the mother of one of her employees. Katy Bledsoe, 44, was working as a manager at Belleville Outpost of the fast food chain on July 16th, and at one point in the afternoon instructed a juvenile female to take out the trash, according to the Belleville Police Department. When the teen refused, Bledsoe claimed to the police she instructed the girl to clock out for the day. At that point, the teen contacted her mother, Tanika R. McKenzie, who responded to the store with another juvenile female, according to a news release, after which a verbal disturbance ensued. At some point, McKenzie allegedly made her way behind the counter of the restaurant into Bledsoe's office. Once there, she allegedly battered Bledsoe in the face and head until the manager pulled out a pow-pow and allegedly shot the woman in the leg, according to the police. Bledsoe was arrested by police and charged with 1 count of aggravated unlawful use of a weapon. McKenzie was taken to the hospital to be treated for her injuries and was charged with 1 count of aggravated battery and mob action. It is unfortunate that this incident occurred. It seems individuals are quick to resort to violence and resolve disputes without consideration of the impact their actions have on the community as a whole. Chief of Police Matthew Escant said in a statement, "This was an unnecessary incident that could have been mitigated without punches being thrown or a pow-pow being used. Bledsoe and McKenzie did not respond to requests for a comment, and I am in agreement. Everything is resulting straight to violence." Felicia, your thoughts?
Hey, everybody. Happy Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
The summer is going by quickly. We're already at the 22nd of July. So I hope folks have made plans to be joyful and do things that they enjoy and relax and avoid fast food restaurants. They're probably on their way to becoming the most violent places in America right now. So if I heard you correctly, there is a previous relationship here. So the manager must have been the mother's friend. They knew each other before this happened. Okay. So they were probably friends. the employee probably called the manager godmama and all that other kind of foolishness until it came down to who's going to take out the garbage. Okay. I looked at the McDonald's job description. I'd like to share it with the folks, if I may, Diva.
Yes,
A McDonald's crew member is primarily responsible for providing excellent customer service, preparing food, and maintaining a clean and organized work environment. They work in various areas of the restaurant, including the kitchen, front counter, and drive-thru, ensuring a positive experience for all the customers. What are the things they say here? Restaurant maintenance, maintaining cleanliness and sanitation of the restaurant, including kitchen, dining area, and restrooms. And then they go on to say some things about additional duties, okay? So I'm looking for where you have to throw out the garbage. And I'm going to tell you why I'm looking. Because I ain't throwing out the garbage either. I ain't taking out that stinking rotten garbage. I'm not taking out that greasy, nasty, filthy, smelly, funky, rotten garbage. And if the manager told me when I went for the job that taking out the garbage would be part of my responsibilities, I would have passed on the job. But we are listening to the reporter. He says that there was a previous relationship here. So I don't know what the friend promised the daughter. Maybe she didn't have to take out garbage, she told her. Or maybe she's been giving her light work, but that day she decided she needed to tell her to take out the garbage. And she did what every teenager in America does, I guess. They call their mother and they say, Mommy, they want me to take out the garbage, and I refuse. And Mommy comes down and begins to beat up on her friend, the manager. And the manager happens to have a weapon on her. And she responds. So there's human blood now amongst all of this funk garbage. Folks, if you have a young person, a young child, a relative that's looking for summer employment, please avoid fast food. I'm declaring it the most dangerous place to work in America these days. I'm done.
Appreciate you, Julius. Your thoughts?
Oy vey. So they had a previous relationship. So this girl was kind of like an elder, but it did not need to go that far. It did not need to go that far. Okay, well, I disagree wholeheartedly with the comment on the screen.
Julius, just continue your thought process. Go ahead.
But I have to say, it didn't need to go that far. If you're being told by your manager to go home, okay, but be like, Mommy, hey, I need to get picked up. That's it. But I do have to hold the employee here responsible. You caused your mama to be pop-out in her leg. Her leg is always going to be crooked. And you caused your manager to be arrested. All because you say, I want to take out the garbage. Okay, go home. It was just unnecessary.
Thank you. Savannah, your thoughts?
You know, like I shared in the previous McDonald's story, McDonald's was one of my first jobs when I was in high school and then into college. And part of being a team member is cleaning the lobby, taking out the trash, assisting with closing out your shift, whatever it may be, so that way the next shift that comes on, that they're dealing with an unclean lobby or trash that's been piled up. So that is part of any service industry employment. It is cleaning is part of your duties. I mean, you're working at fast food. There's high traffic, so you have to make sure that the lobbies are clean, the drive-throughs, inside and outside the restaurant. It is every employee's responsibility. So that employee was wrong for calling her mother and telling her she didn't want to take out trash. That's the first thing that I see wrong with this story. Then the mama come up there confronting a manager, um, who is just doing her job and expecting her employees to do their job. Being fast food, it's not easy. You're getting paid now, because of the latest political fights. A lot of these fast food places are getting paid more than $10 an hour, but
Yep.
before they were getting paid minimum wage, which hasn't changed in over 15 years. It is still at $7.25. So these employees are working for minimum, and they have to not only deal with lack of security measures, and I don't care whether you're in McDonald's, Chipotle, um, y- there is lack of security measures, whether it's inside the restaurant, because you got to deal with rude customer behavior, that they can become aggressive if you get their orders wrong, or the orders take too long. You get verbally abused, and then now you also have to deal with um, workplace violence. So I just think this young lady, this employee, was wrong for calling her mother and not doing as her manager asked her to do. If you're asked to take out the trash, then take out the trash. It's not beneath you to do that. I don't understand. Where do you think you were working? Even if you work in the mall and these retail stores, you gotta take out trash. There's boxes and things. That's part of your duties. I work in corporate America and government. I still have to take out my trash. That's what I do. I'm not going to leave food in my desk for me to get critters. I just don't understand where this generation, they have no coping skills. There's this false sense of entitlement, and these parents are wrong for supporting. And I don't know. It's just a horrible story. That's all I got, Diva.
Yeah, a horrible story. The mother, when you have parents that display this type of behavior, then what do you think your kid is going to grow up to do? And then you brought another young child with you to do these shenanigans. It's a mess. And then you was wrong because you went to you didn't work there, and you went back there in the office to beat her up. Chanel, your thoughts?
Ooh, child. Listen. So okay. So the mama beat up the manager?
Okay, wait, hold on. If you don't know the story, then I gotta move forward.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Katrina, your thoughts?
These jobs, mostly, you got older people working there, but fast food was basically, was young kids working there, and that gives them structure. It's giving you structure so you would know how to go out and live your life when you do leave your parents. And taking out the trash, girl, please. All you had to do was take the stuff out to the dumpster. So you had to call your mama to tell her the lady wants you to take out some trash, and that your hours was getting cut because you wouldn't take the trash out. These managers look at, if you coming in to work and they know you're a good worker, they will give you more hours. But if they see you slacking, they're gonna slack up on your hours. So you calling your mama, then basically you need to just be at home. And obviously you're not taking trash out at home. You're not doing, probably even washing dishes at home. And so your mom think that you too good to take out trash on your job that you getting paid to do. She's pathetic as well. And if I was that manager, I'd make sure I would be calling the police. I would be writing up reports. I would be doing everything I need to do, because you have no business. You especially was trespassing. You have no business being back there because food is being served, and you're not an employee. So you had no business being back there in the first place. So I hope this manager do what she have to do, And if you don't want to work these jobs, because I'm quite sure it was in your description when you got hired, what you was going to have to do, because everybody have a different positions in these restaurants. Some's the fry, some do the sandwiches, some do the grilling, some do, the prep. It's different versions in these places when you go to work. Everybody don't do the same thing. So if that was your job, that's part of your job, then that's what you do. But you calling your mama. If you calling your mama, you don't need to be at work. You probably need to be still under her breath somewhere, because this is ridiculous. So I hope this manager do exactly what she need to do, and maybe the mother will learn from that. And then you showing your other child that you don't respect your child manager. You don't respect authority. So what this other child gonna do? They're gonna go out and do the same thing. Call my mom. Call my mom. They probably go out and get in fights or steal something from the store. My mama gonna come up and beat you. Girl, it's ridiculous. So I hope this lady do exactly what she need to do to get some resolution. That's all I got.
Oh. All right, we're gonna go ahead and roll into the next story. And the next story is, I've been looking with that story. I'm gonna keep us updated on that story. And the reason why I say that is because the other person that got injured, I don't know if it's the person she brought with her. I don't know. I got to figure out what else is going on here, but I'll keep us posted on that particular story. So I'm going to go ahead and move into the Philly story. So hold on, let me share a screen so we can get more into it. Okay, this right here.
Unprovoked attacks on homeless people around Philadelphia's convention center. Police now have a man in custody after a lengthy investigation.
Yeah, some of these vicious attacks were caught on videos that were then posted on social media. It's those videos that help detectives identify and catch the suspect, apparently at his mother's home. Action News reporter Jessica Cartalia now live at police headquarters this afternoon with the details. Jessica.
Oh, Brian and Sarah, really difficult to watch. It's hard to fathom that someone would do something like this. This all happened back on the 4th of July.
Video circulating on social media shows a man targeting people sleeping on the street. He picks up bottles and backpacks and throws it at people who are homeless near the Philadelphia Convention Center. The video has been viewed thousands of times and helped police track down the suspect, identified as 27-year-old Naeem Morgan.
I have never seen anything like that in my life here. It's just really depressing. It's very hurtful for us.
Barry Martin is the program director at St. John's Hospice on Ray Street. The organization works to find housing and shelter for unhoused people.
Where is our humanity? Where is the heart that we are supposed to carry with us when we walk around this city?
St. John's has a soup kitchen and feeds 300 men, women, and children daily. Martin says he recently met with city officials in an effort to find a solution to help the growing number of people sleeping in the tunnels near the convention center. A shelter resident who asked that we not show his face found the video incredibly disturbing.
Let's hope they catch him and get him off the street, Let him go sit somewhere and think about it.
Police arrested Morgan at a home in North Philadelphia. He faces charges relating to simple assault and harassment.
You don't do that because you don't know what's going on in their life. You don't know what happened. You don't know how they got to that point, because anybody's life can literally change in a heartbeat like that. So that's just that's inhumane.
Brian, that suspect was just taken into police custody this afternoon. In Center City, I'm Jessica Cartalia, Channel 6 Action News.
So sad. Let me give some more detail. Hold on one second. Arrest at the Vile Philadelphia man filmed attacking terrified homeless people.
Hold on, come on. Wait. What's wrong? What's wrong?
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Sorry, y'all.
DJ Pro. Put in his face. Oh my God! No? No? He's talking about no. Chill, leave him alone. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. You good, broski? You good. You good. You good. You get it. Oh my God! You
How disgusting is that? A Philadelphia man has been arrested after the disturbing video showed a series of violent attacks on homeless individuals near the city's convention center. The viral footage, which has racked up thousands of views, shows a man yelling at people sleeping on the street before pelting them with bottles and backpacks in a seemingly unprovoked assault. Philadelphia police identified the suspect as 27-year-old Naeem Morgan. After gathering additional surveillance footage from the area, they believe the incident took place on July 4th. Morgan was taken into custody Monday and faces multiple charges, including possession of an instrument of crime, simple assault, reckless endangerment, disorderly conduct, and harassment. Police have not revealed a motive for the attacks. The extent of the victim's injuries remains unknown. Barry Martin, the program director at St. John's Hospital on Race Street, told ABC6 he was appalled at the suspect's behavior. I have never seen anything like that in my life here. It's just really depressing and just really hurtful for us, he said. He's disgusting, this guy, and he's 27. Where is our humanity? Where's the heart that we're supposed to carry with us as we walk around this city? St. John's operates as soup kitchens and serves meals to roughly 300 men, women, and children each day. Martin said he recently met the city's officials to discuss ways to address the growing number of people sleeping in the tunnels near the Philadelphia Convention Center. A homeless shelter resident who asked not to be identified said, I just hope they catch him and get him off the street. Let him go sit somewhere and think about it. Homelessness in Philadelphia has risen for the third year in a row, according to the city's annual point-in-time count. The survey from January 2024 found 5,191 people living without permanent housing in 2024, a 10% jump from 4,725 recorded the year before. This guy is absolutely disgusting. Felicia, your thoughts?
Mr. Morgan has no purpose in life. He has no reason, no drive, no ambition. He has nothing going for him. So he preys upon the weakest, the disenfranchised, those with absolutely nothing left but hope, hopefully. And he's surrounded by 3 other people who are engaging in the similar behavior.
Right.
I don't think he would have done that if he were alone. And so I'm happy that he got those lists of charges. And I hope that he has to sit in a jail somewhere while he waits for his turn for due process. It's very sorrowful to see this. It's sorrowful. Now for him, 27, and this is what you're doing on your free time, you have nothing going for you. Absolutely nothing. So going to jail is a good thing for you. You could spend time behind bars and figure out what do they do? They like to go to school, to go into the library. That's what they do when they get locked up. That's when they get focused on what they need to do. So maybe he'll get focused when he's in there. He'll have a purpose and a reason to study. I have no empathy for him, nor those 3 in his company. I hope the other 3 get picked up and are charged as well.
I feel the same way. Yep. Savannah, your thoughts?
I'm going to agree with Felicia. I think every single one of them, from the one videotaping it to the one that's actually, it's all of them should be charged and spending some time in prison. It's just heartbreaking to see where we have come, where there is no sense of humanity now in our culture. These people are suffering with whether it's economical hardships, mental health issues, or just have nowhere safe that they can go to. And for someone to beat them down at their lowest shows that their character is also nothing worth of BS either. So I agree. This person definitely he is where he's supposed to be. I just hope that the other three get charged as well. And I like that the city is also doing taking some measures, and that this has gone viral on social media, and that these people who are unhoused are. I mean, we all had to acknowledge that. I live close to DC, and there is such a high homelessness rate here in the nation's capital. And it just grows more and more with our economic status, our political status, our mental health in our society. There's so many things that cause people to not have a secure shelter over their head. And for someone to come beat them down when they're struggling as they are, there's just absolutely no humanity in that person. So I hope that they do get some time, strong time.
Yeah. Katrina, your thoughts?
This is wrong on so many levels. Um, I'm quite sure nobody chooses to be homeless. I'm not thinking that nobody chooses to be homeless. And I'm not saying that, sometimes they have different vices. Some of them get on drugs or whatsoever, and they need that to get out the reality of what they're living. But to have somebody to come there and kick you and throw something in your face and stomp on you, that you already feeling like you less than nothing, and to have somebody come up there and do this to you, making you feel like you really ain't, like they think that you're less than nothing. And like, some people end up on the streets not because they dumb or stupid. Some of them very smart, but loses a chance at life. Maybe they lost a job, maybe they lost a house. You don't know what their circumstances is. And he taking his cuphead, let me go back. He up there kicking these people, doing this to these people, and them little two that was with him, those was accomplices. So they need to be picked up as well. And I hope the people in jail realize what they was doing and give them the same treatment that they gave those people out on that street. That's all I got.
Thank you. Julius, your thoughts?
So, we got one of the three stooges locked up. What about the other two?
Mm-hmm.
I want the one who's recording, and I want the other one. Lock them up. They think it's cute and funny to kick and hit a person who is down on their luck, who they don't know their circumstances. Now, some of the homeless people, especially in my community, some of them are the smartest people on this earth. They just happen in their life to fall into the bad crowd. And they struggle day in and day out to get out of it. But these hoodlums, punks, and thugs, oh yeah, I'm shaking the train tonight, and I'm a little bit heated right now. All deserve to be locked up, and when they're all behind bars, they don't deserve a moment's peace. I said what I said, and that's it.
Thank you. They were not only looking, they were watching, and they were laughing, and they was taunting, and they was egging this thing on. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And I'm leaning with Felicia on this one. At 27, and this is what you're doing with your time, you have no purpose. Something is amiss. Something is not right. So let's go ahead and roll into this last story. Dining out is a big thing when you're dining out with people.
Hold on 1 second. I don't mean to interrupt you. You know I don't. But somebody said that he don't need to be locked up. He just need to be educated. But guess what? They educate you in jail, so he'll get it there. That's all I got, Diva.
Well, there you go. Boom. Okay, you. That's not all you got. You said a lot. He'll get educated in jail, but in this case, you know what? Even if he don't, then maybe you'll figure out how to get an education when you get out. And then you got the nerve to be kicking somebody talking about get a job, and they say they picked you up at your mother's house. So who needs?
And a real man don't even kick a dog.
And he's a scrub.
That part. You need a job. You need to get a life. If you're 27 and they picked you up at your mom's house. Let's do this last story. Woman annoyed after friends order her food before she even arrives at the restaurant. Didn't expect her to split the bill. Is this some kind of weird power play or what? The woman asks as she sought advice on a community forum. A woman is seeking advice about an awkward situation with her friends. She shared her story in a post on the UK site Mumsnet. Am I being unreasonable? Forum beginning by explaining that she and her partner recently met up at a restaurant with her friend and her husband and arrived to find that he had started the meal without them. We turned up bang on time to find that the husband had already ordered garlic pizza as a starter and expected us to share it and not order starters of our own. The original post wrote. She was a bit put off as she had planned to order something different for herself. I particularly wanted a starter that's unique to that restaurant, and I had been looking forward to it all day and had to really stick to my guns as the husband tried to bully me into sharing the starter I didn't want, she recalled. At the time, the original post assumed the food ordering issue was the husband and brushed it off. When she later got together with just her friend, she inquired about it. I asked what was going on with Fred ordering for us, and she said, it's just him, she wrote. But it happened again recently, so I'm not so sure, she continued. On the second occasion, the original post, this is from the original post, they arrived 10 minutes late to lunch, but made sure to text her friend ahead of time to apologize for her tardiness. This was the first time I ever been late meeting her in 25 years, she noted. When she got to the restaurant, she discovered that her friend had already ordered what I usually, but not always eat and drink. It was 12:40. I hadn't made her desperately late getting lunch, and she's not diabetic or anything else that would need her to eat at a particular time to within 10 minutes, the original post wrote. The original post said that for both restaurant outings, the expectation was that the bill would be split in half, despite her not going to order for herself. Am I being unreasonable to be a bit annoyed? Is this some kind of weird power play or what? She asked fellow Mumsnet users. In the comments, most people agreed that the couple's behavior was strange and controlling and advised her to speak up about it. It's weird and I wouldn't like this. Either tell them firmly before the event that let's all order for ourselves or you stop dining with them, one reader wrote. Just say very firmly in advance, please don't order for me. I like to choose for myself, another commenter said. Yet another person suggested, order your own food when you get there. Let the friend pay for the meal she ordered. Make it her problem. It won't happen again. Still, a small minority of commenters pointed out that, at least in the second instance, the friend may have thought she was being helpful by ordering food for her since she was running late. Ordering your lunch is weird, but you've known her for 25 years, so probably thought she was helping you, one person wrote. However, another user chimed in to say that the friend still could have given the person the option to choose her own food. Occasionally, someone might mean to be helpful, particularly if you're running late. I've ordered for a friend in that situation, but only after I text her and given her the menu options so she can let me know what she wants, they wrote. Everybody has a mobile phones these days. It's not difficult. What are our thoughts on this dining situation? Your thoughts, Felicia?
Okay, so I gather the panel's going to have a discussion going back and forth there after this. But okay, so it's two couples. They're meeting for dinner, and the partner from one couple ordered garlic pizza.
Yes.
And when they showed up, they said, "Oh, well, we ordered the pizza, hoping that we can all share it." And the person, as an appetizer. So the person didn't say, "Oh, no, thank you. I'll just order my own appetizer." That didn't happen. Is that what I got here? And so we going through all this drama and trauma because I didn't speak up and say I wanted to order my own appetizer.
Well, in addition to that, she felt some type of way that the bill was being split. And
okay, so in that case, first of all, I don't know why the bill has to be split. I don't. Now, let me flesh that out. Sometimes you go out with a group and you're celebrating a birthday. And the people who are gathering are celebrating the birthday person for that dinner. And there's an agreement that we will split the bill and the birthday person is not included. So if there's 10 of us, it's going to be divided by 9. Right? For me, if I go out and I know that I love well-made specialty drinks for dinner, I get a separate tab. That's me. I will say to the wait person, anything that I order, and that's an alcoholic beverage, please bill me separately. And then I'll go in and split and, divided by the 9. But I'm not understanding it's 4 people. So 2 were on time and 2 were a little delayed. So you should have been able to order your own appetizer. You asked for a separate tab. I'm so confused. I would not have paid for the garlic pizza appetizer if that's not what I'm having. I wouldn't even split a bill with a couple. I don't get that. I don't know. Maybe it's because when I go out with a lot of people when I'm splitting a bill. Is that what it is? I don't get it. And then if I'm late and my friend was kind enough to order for me, knowing that she's my friend of 25 years, or they're my friend for 25 years, and they know what I like to have at a particular restaurant, I think that's thoughtful of them. I don't have a problem with that either. So I'm a little confused. Let me hear the rest of the panel.
Okay.
Because I don't get it. I'm a little thrown here. I don't get it.
Okay. Savannah, your thoughts?
So I'm with Felicia of why first of all, how late was she? Because for me, if you're 30 minutes late meeting me for any type of meal, I'm going to order a drink and an appetizer. An hour late, I'm having, not an hour, 45 minutes, I'm ordering food. After an hour, you might as well not show up. And when you do come, you should be ordering for yourself. I don't expect you to pay my bill. So I don't understand why she didn't order her own thing, or was there not a clear understanding before she got to the dinner? So there's just things missing from this story that I don't get. I think she's trying to be right when she knows she's wrong. And I need to know how late was she?
She was only 10 minutes late one time. And she texted the couple, the girl, and they knew they was running late. So they went out. She's talking about 2 situations, 2 times of going out. The first time it was her significant other, the person and their significant other. And so Fred, he ordered the garlic pizza and figured, this will be all having as an appetizer. And when they got there and the appetizer already came and they started eating on it and she wanted to order her specialty one, he was like, just come on, just eat the garlic pizza with the rest of us. And then she got mad. This is what happened when people don't use their words. Then she got mad because she didn't order her specialty appetizer. Then she got mad when it came time for the bill and that the bill was being split in half. Couple, however they was doing that, and she didn't get the order what she wanted. Then she said the next time she came late it was 10 minutes, but she did text the person and said, listen, I'm running late. And the person ordered her whole usual meal that she said, yeah, I eat it sometimes, but I eat it a lot, but I guess she didn't want it that time. And again, she's talking about this splitting of the bill. So it's several situations here. But see, the bottom line is communication is everything. Communication.
But also being on time is everything too. And apparently she has a habit of being late. So that's disrespectful and rude in itself. So I think she's in the wrong. And what stopped you from ordering your own thing? You're a grown woman. Order your food, pay for your food. Because I'm allergic to seafood and shellfish. And if you order calamari or any type of seafood appetizer, I'm not paying for it because I'm not going to eat it. So I don't. She just needs attention, and she feels a little entitled. But I don't know. She's wrong. I think she's wrong.
Ooh, they not liking her. Okay, Katrina, your thoughts?
Okay, my thoughts are when the waitress come to your table, they ask you, "Is everything together?" And when I show up and I say, "No, I got mine. Y'all got yours." Because I don't want no garlic bread. I don't want no garlic pizza tonight. It's something else that I want. So y'all pay for what you get, and I'll pay for what I get. And then the second time, she texted her that she was going to be late. Well, she should have said, "Well, do you want me to order for you your normal meal? Do you want me to get what you like? So when you get here, your food will be ready and you won't have to sit here and wait all that time. Do you want me to do that?" Did they have that? Like you said, it's the key of discussion. Did you discuss this? All she had to do was say, I'm running late, text or whatsoever. And a friend should have texted back and say, "Do you want me to order your food or you just want to wait till you get there?" She should have said, "Well, I'll just wait till I get there," or unless she told her to order the food. And like I said, when the people come around to your table, they ask you, is this everything together? So if she wasn't there to eat the garlic pizza, why should I pay for garlic pizza? Well, she ate it rather, but if that's not what you wanted, I wouldn't have ate it. I would have said, "Well, I appreciate that, but I would just want something different. And I just pay for what I get. Y'all just pay yours and I just pay mine." That's how I see it, unless it's some type of other arrangements going on, because you're not going to make me pay for something that I don't want to eat. And like I said, when you call and let me know that you're going to be late, my reaction is, "Do you want me to order the same thing that you normally get?" And if she texts back and say, "No, it's something different that I want. I just get it when I get there. I'm on my way. I'll be there." This is weird. Then, like I said, because when people come to your table, they ask you, "Is the stuff together?" So if you sit up there agreeing that the stuff is together, then pay it together. But if you don't want to pay it that way, then don't pay it that way. She's crazy. She's making a fool out of herself because what she's saying is crazy. Girl, the people will ask, when people I'm quite sure everybody been to a restaurant and they had people with them. The folks ask them, "Good, is everything together? Is this whole check gonna be together?" And if she didn't want to pay the check with them, she could have just opened her mouth and say, "No, I'm just gonna pay, on my own or whatsoever." So I'm not getting it. Or maybe I'm missing something myself because I know that's what happens to me when I go to restaurants, and I go through them a lot because I love the crab place. So I don't get it. Maybe, like I said, maybe I'm missing something. But let me see what Eric Jules got to say. But that's all I got, Diva.
Okay, 1 second, Julius. I'm coming to you. Measure Man, thank you so much for the super chat. I agree up front. I say on a separate tab, I have, but if we split in or I'm paying, we discuss up front. She can communicate online, but not with folks. She's doing too much. Okay, y'all ain't feeling her. Measure Man, I thank you. Yeah, you're right. If she communicate online, why couldn't she communicate to a friend of 25 years? I can't argue with that. Julius, your thoughts?
Okay, well, Betty Sue just being a Karen and an attention sinker. Let's just call it what it is, because I'm sick and tired of Betty Sue, Karen wannabe self. Look, if she got all the gall and audacity to go online and communicate to the random internet strangers and the interwebs, she could have communicated with her friend. Now, Betty Sue, you buffoon, you could have told your friend, "Look, I'm going to get this. Our check is separate. That's it. That's all." You know, okay, we get you're not the 1, 2, or the 3. You didn't want to have the garlic pizza. Dang. All right. But she could have communicated. You know, I say this all the time. The support programs in my school say this all the time. If you're gonna be a part of something, communicate. Let us know. Gee whiz. Is she how old? Maybe 60 and has trouble communicating? Betty Sue, go sit down in the corner and face the wall, I don't know, for 50 plus minutes. Please get a clue.
Whew. I'll say this, when 99.9% of the time when I go out, but I know who I'm going out with, we just split the bill. Like I said, I don't get crazy. It ain't that serious to me. I'm not going out to dinner or to eat like 9 times, 10 times, 15 times in the month. When I do go out, I know who I'm going with, and we just split the bill. And I don't get crazy. And like yourself, Savannah, shellfish, I allergy bad. I carry my EpiPen with me. And I don't even mind either if there's a mixed bag of appetizers and something comes out that I can partake in, right? But I don't particularly like to drive the waiter, waitress, or the server crazy. Put it all on the same bill. We're gonna be okay. We grown, but you know, I'm 55. I'm grown, right? And I've never gotten crazy over the bill. And then when I have been with people that got crazy, I don't really find myself being out with them too much, because I don't do that. So I don't struggle when it comes with the bill, right? It's like, because at the end of the day, sometimes, I mean, it's not going to be no more than a chip in of $50, $60 or something like that. You pay this tip and let's keep it moving. I do agree with a lot of y'all saying she needed to use her words, and she needed to tell Fred, I don't want no garlic pizza. I came here knowing we was coming tonight. Because a lot of times too, when I'm about to go out, I may not eat the same throughout the day, knowing that I'm going to indulge when I go to XYZ restaurant. So I'm waiting, because I sometimes I look it up online, see what they got, and like, oh, I'm gonna try this, I'm gonna get that. Or if it's one of the restaurants that I know I'm gonna go to, maybe I will get my favorite stuff or whatever the case may be. But I'm looking forward to it, because when I go out, I do indulge. So I'm not gonna be sitting here, I don't need you to order for me. And yes, one of the users said, in this day and age, you can simply, even if you thinking, because sometimes what they want to do is, because they have rules too for themselves, the servers, right? Where they want to try to get everybody food to come out at the same time. And so they always ask you, they're like, okay, you have a party of 4. Is somebody in the bathroom? Are you waiting on somebody? And they'll usually say to you, do you want me to wait until all your people get here, or do you want to start ordering? Sometimes we're waiting. If the person takes it too long, we like, okay, you know what? Let us order our drinks. We'll order a few appetizers, and we're waiting for them to come get their meal. So it's a whole lot of dynamics that are going on with this particular situation. But I have to lean back. If they're saying that the friendship is 25-year friendship, then she should have been able to use her words with her friends that of 25 years. Okay. And you grown. Get what the heck you want when you go in the restaurant, if you're going to pay the bill. Anybody else before I close out?
Is this for me and Portia? No, I'm just playing.
Tell Betty Sue she in timeout. 50 minutes.
Yeah, and then I will give a little smidgen of an update, because I'm going to stay connected to this story. The story I did yesterday with the young man that was driving in the car and the officer punched him in the face. That chief of police is a little something different, because the chief of police is acting as if the cops did nothing. And this young man, he said, if he knew he had this tape and he knew this happened, why didn't he come in and put in a complaint? And it's almost really like he's trying to blame the driver for everything, even though he saw what he saw on the tape. He said something about him filming. This guy is, to me, this chief of police, he's a little something different. He's a little something different. He got a lot going on. You saw that statement, Measure Man? He's a piece of work. So we got to stay connected to this story too. But he's like 10 toes down on the cop side. And I'm saying to myself, okay, that's why they out here wilding out and they feel free to just be punching people and beating them up. This man got a chip too. The cop straight, he showed his hands and the cop straight clocked them in the face. And then when they dragged him out of the car, they continue to beat him up. And he's thinking nothing is wrong. He said a whole lot of something different. He sure did. Bad Bunny said the chief of police is a puppet to who? I think they fractured his wrist too. Yeah. I don't know. It's messy. But I'm going to stay connected to that story. Anybody else before I close out?
Yeah, I'd like to say before we go, Diva, that chick need to eat by herself. She don't need to be going out with people no more. Okay? She needs to just eat alone. I'm done.
Betty Sue, you on timeout for good.
Oh,
I changed
God.
my mind. You on timeout for good.
Okay. Yeah. Listen. Anyway, all right. A girlfriend, the people have spoken and they ain't feeling you. They feeling like this. You had a major role in this situation and it is what it is. But I want to thank you guys for spending your time with me. Don't forget, if you didn't hit that like button on the way in, do me a favor. Hit it on the way out. Good night and goodbye, everybody. Choo, choo.
Choo, choo, choo.